Well, he had one of the longest careers ever in show business, just short of his 93 years of life. Mickey Rooney died yesterday. As Deanna Sumanak tells us, he not only had a lifetime in the spotlight, Rooney truly lived the Hollywood life.
I was born on the 4th of July.
The child star who struggled to be taken seriously as he grew older.
I'm going to write a show for us and put it on right here.
The top box office earner who went bankrupt. The pint-size charmer who married 8 times.
Gosh, I've written a book called Mickey Rooney's Guide to a Happy Marriage. That'll show you how off the wire I am.
Mickey Rooney lived many of Hollywood's cliches, but he also defied some. Born Joseph Yule Jr., he was neither tall, dark, nor handsome.
You did kiss me.
But by 1939, the limelight-loving teen was a bigger box office draw than Clark Gable.
Here we are together.
He initially had this great sort of firecracker energy that I never went out. You know, he was a small-statured man, and that sort of set him apart from a lot of other actors.
Come on, man.
That distinctiveness didn't make for an easy transition to adult stardom. In the 1950s and 60s, Rooney tried again and again to regain his top star status. But in 1979, the son of vaudeville performers found his feet again on Broadway.
I can't give you anything but love, Annie.
Suddenly, Rooney's act was in demand again, on stage, in films, and television. His co-star in the TV series The Adventures of the Black Stallion was a young Canadian, Richard Ian Cox.
Can you believe that guy?
He remembers the first meeting he had with a man he calls his mentor.
10 minutes into this dinner, I was hearing firsthand stories about, Judy Garland and Ava Gardner, and suddenly I was somehow part of this history, if even only as a footnote.
Rooney continued working until last year. His motto, don't retire, inspire.
The most important time is N-O-W, now. Standing for no other way.
He never looked the part of the leading man, but Mickey Rooney's knack for survival and self-reinvention inspired many in Hollywood and beyond. Deanna Sumanak, CBC News, Toronto.
Well, despite Rooney's outward exuberance all his life, he spent his last few years working against elder abuse. In 2011, he testified before the U.S. Senate Special Committee on Aging the same year, asking the Obama administration to pass legislation making elder abuse a crime. Rooney himself was granted protection from 2 of his stepchildren earlier that year after he alleged verbal, emotional, and financial abuse and said they denied him food and medicine.